Okay, this is part number 2. I'm going to be talking about what I think the best version of online education is. We're obviously seeing this trend where people are graduating university, or they're getting into university and it's super expensive, and they're like, it's a big decision. Should I go to university and load myself up with debt? Should I not go to university? And everyone that's graduated, that's in the professional world, they're thinking, okay, how do I continue my education? And so let's talk about this. So here we have, let's go to Excel draw. Okay, so let's talk about how modern education should look. So number 1, traditional institutions are too expensive, too much commitment. So if you want traditional institutions, by all means, go there. But that's really not what we want to focus on today. So the alternative, though, is very juicy, right? Because we have online classes, best content, best teachers. You can pause it, replay, and share the content, right? So that's really good. Now, traditionally, you have something like a apprentice. And then over here, you have the master. And most of us are in what I call here, right? So most of us sit in this region, where this region right here, I don't know if I can color this. Can I color this? I don't know. Anyways, most of us are in this region where we're not quite the master, but we're not quite the apprentice, right? We're still learning. And when we are in this region, a lot of things get in the way. So we are here. And what does here look like? Well, you have a job often, right? You're in a relationship. Your attention is being pulled by social media. But we know that learning and building skills can lead, and is often the only way to a better life. So what is missing? Why don't we wake up and study? Right? So the question is why don't we wake up and study all the time? If we know that we're not an apprentice, we're not yet the master, but we're somewhere in here, why don't we wake up and study all the time? Especially because the courses are free and available everywhere, right? And the biggest reason is that learning is hard. Learning is hard. There's lack of accountability and no support network, right? So what does a modern education should look like? Let's talk about it. So modern education should look like this. 1, courses online, not a full curriculum. That's too intense, right? So we're going to pick off 1 or 2 skills we want to build. 2, we're going to focus on the steps needed to complete. So regularly show up. The only way to regularly show up is to be accountable and be able to show that accountability. At the end, get a certificate. So, can we do that? The answer, we'll move all this out of the way. The answer, can we do that? Yes. No problem. We just need, no problem. If you want to learn skills, here's how. Right, so I'm going to create a program, and I would love if you fit the criteria. Here we go. So before we even get to how, this is the criteria. Must have a bachelor's degree. Must have completed bachelor's degree. Right? The only reason we're doing that for now, this is for the beta. Right? This is for the beta. This is our first try on it. And we want to make sure that people understand the value of education and have done it before. Must have a laptop and must be able to commit financially to get the accountability and certificate. Right? If you can't do any of these things, if you can't do this, you don't have a laptop, or if you can't commit financially, it's okay. You can keep doing what you're doing right now because that's always been available. But how this program is going to look is one is pick a course, and you're going to look at Coursera, Udemy, any tier 1 university. We're going to find online courses that are less than 50 hours of completion, right? Most of the time we're looking at something like 20 hours, 30 hours. Number 2, right? You're going to enroll in the VIPA program, education program. Right? To do this, I'm going to share the link below. Right? You're going to enroll. You're going to share these details that you have this criteria, and that you're ready to kind of further your education and upskill. Number 3 is you're going to sign up. So once accepted, if accepted, sign up. We'll start to work, right? All we care about here is that you develop a new skill, you connect with others and build your network, you have proof of your new skill. Because this leads us to jobs, promotions, being able to build something and sell it. Right? So this whole thing, let's go through what we've learned here. Right? So number 1, modern education should not look like what traditional education is. Traditional institutions are expensive and there's too much commitment. For the first time in history, we have an alternative. We can take online classes, which offers the best content from the best teachers. Because it's online in video format, you can pause it, you can replay it, and you can share the content. You and many other people, the majority of people, basically are in the workforce right now, and you have some skill, but you're not quite a master, or you're trying to learn something new, and again, you're not the master. And so there are so many things that come in front of you that hold you up from becoming the master. So jobs, relationships, your attention's being pulled by social media. And even though all of those things are happening to us, we still know that the only way, or one of the main ways for us to improve our lives and get better, is to learn skills and build skills. And all of the resources that we need are online right now, oftentimes for free. And so why don't we wake up and study all the time if we know that we can have a better life? And it's because there is a hill to climb to learn. It's not easy to learn, right? So learning is hard. There's no accountability and there's no support network. So We just have to kind of solve for that. It's not too hard, right? So modern education should look like this. We're going to take our courses online. It's not going to be a full curriculum. That's too intense. We're going to pick off 1 or 2 skills that we want to build. We're going to focus on the steps needed to complete. So that is just regularly showing up, being accountable, and being able to show that accountability, and in the end, get a certificate. We can certainly do that. Here's the criteria for our program. If you want to do it by yourself, by all means, go ahead. You won't walk away with a network, or you'll have to kind of go find your own network, which is totally fine. But really here, you must have the completed bachelor's degree, you must have a laptop, and you must be able to commit financially to get the accountability and a certificate. And the program is pick a course, enroll in the BIPOD education program. If you're accepted, sign up and we'll get to work right away. And all we care about, we're going to cut through all of the noise, all the nonsense. All we care about is that you develop a new skill, you connect with others, and build your network. So that means that you're going to come out of this program with all of these people that are also improving themselves, have a bachelor's degree, have the ability to financially commit. And then you will also come out with a certificate showing that you have spent your time and have built a new skill that you didn't have 1 month ago, right? And all of this, the purpose of this is to help you get jobs, promotions, and be able to build something and sell it. Most importantly, actually, financial side. This is available for continuing education programs at work, right? So we prefer people to not have to pay out of pocket, have your employer pay for this, right? They will provide reimbursements to your education. You'll have to check with your individual employer, but this whole program can be done effectively for free for you, or you can use some of that kind of spend that's provided by your company. And so check the link below, and I hope to see you join our program shortly.